Today I'm going to be making some Mexican-inspired enchiladas. I'm using corn mince today. It's a great alternative to your traditional beef mince. It offers you 90% less saturated fat and 53% less calories than your traditional beef mince. To start with, we're just going to add some base fresh ingredients to really get the flavour of the Mexican enchiladas working. So we're going to use 1 Spanish onion. Slow start to the onion sweating down. I'm using 2 cloves of garlic for this recipe. And a quick stir again. Get a slight browning. 200 grams of carrot. Just add some green pepper. Touch of salt and some pepper. We're just going to leave this for 5 minutes to sweat down, soften the vegetables before we start adding the spices into the mix. Ground cumin first, just a teaspoon. The chili powder, it's got a good kick to it, so half a teaspoon of the chili powder. Smoked paprika for that smoky note. Just half a teaspoon of ground coriander, around a teaspoon's worth of oregano. Next step is to add a tin of the Maggi Rich and Rustic sauce. The Rich and Rustic sauce has already been reduced, so there's no need to cook it out, and it is a thick sauce. It's got onions and some herbs and spices in it already. I really like using it instead of the tinned tomatoes, as it offers a great yield. Corn's fantastically versatile. You can cook straight from frozen. There's no need to cook it off, and you can add straight to the sauce. It's actually derived from a mycoprotein. It's high in fibre and low in saturates. The herbs and spices that we've used today really work well with the corn mince, because corn absorbs the flavours fantastically well. It's as simple as that, and stir it in. Add in some water, around 400 ml, and stir that in. We're going to add an 800 gram tin of the 5-bean salad mix. They're pre-done, you just simply have to fold them in. Coriander, and sprinkle it through the mix. So the next step is to simply fill our 10-inch tortilla wraps and place in the relevant baking tray. Using a good amount of mix in the centre and quite close to the edges, simply fold them over. You don't have to wrap them too tightly, and place in your dish. Once you've layered all your enchiladas into your tray, simply top with a bit more tomato sauce. Again, I'm going to use the Rich and Rustic, straight from the tin. No need to make a separate sauce, so you're saving time. It's got a good consistency. You don't need to completely cover every single enchilada. We now need to top it with some cheese. I'm going to use cheddar, but I'm also going to add some feta cheese today. I like the salty note it adds to it, so we're going to add 2 cheeses before we put it into the oven. This dish is perfect for education, any B&I site. All this work can be done before the lunch service. We're going to put it through the oven now on 200 degrees for around 20 to 25 minutes, just to get the heat through it and brown up the cheese, and it's ready to serve. So there we have our finished enchiladas. They are fantastic at holding under the hot lights. So I'm just going to add some sweet corn, coriander as a garnish, some spring onions, and just a little bit of chili. And there we go, the finished enchiladas, all ready for service, and I'm sure everyone will love them.